thing how the days go by in the arms of a girl with the indigo eyes. You'll find she'll make you lose your mind in the arms of a girl with the indigo eyes. Dream on the tip of my tongue of spokes and the wheels and the web she spun. Looking too close, she turned me to stone. So neither one said what the other one wrote. Sweet, her kiss so dry, but the wine was bad by the time we tried. The reds were drawn, the whites did fly, but the wine filled up in her indigo eyes. On the tip of my tongue of spokes and the wheels and the web she spun. Turning her eyes, she looked pretty stoned. So neither one said what the other one wrote. There's flies in the kitchen. They came in through the window from the hole in the screen. No grass on the lawn. And the rain keeps pouring, and the steam keeps rising, and it's hotter than pavement on the 4th of July. So tell me, I'm the one that'll bring you down. Don't call me baby. Don't call me baby. 'Cause I'm thinking the same picture to you. And I'm thinking the same picture to me. But you probably wouldn't ever tell me what you thought of me. Well, the sky's all around us, and there's wood on the fire. The music is playing, and we're getting high. Well, the mountains are peaking. I look in the window. The ocean is waving, waving goodbye. So tell me, I'm the one that'll bring you down. Don't call me baby. Don't call me baby.
All right. Say I was born in a post-romantic age. You know that I was born in a post-romantic age. I don't paint or compose, that's the two things I never do no more. You know that I was born in a post-romantic age, where I used to be a big old cold steel rail, where I wish I was a big old cold steel rail. I'd paint the sky thick and black, roll that thunder on down the track. I wish I was a big old cold steel rail. Yo, gonna miss me when I'm gone. Yo, gonna miss me when I'm gone. You gonna miss the way I say your name. Yo, you gonna miss me when I'm gone.
Well, out back, you had coat and a new red hair. About you had coat and a new red hair. Well, put you in all the finest cars with all the men who smoke cigars. Out back, you a coat and a new red hair. What you think about that? You know the high-class ladies on their money. High-class ladies on their money. Well, of all the ones that I never met, and all the other little ones who ain't gone yet, a high-class ladies on their money. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Well, you're gonna miss the way I said your name. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Welcome to the Good Time Supper Club, everybody. It's good to be with y'all again. Sometime. Oh, this Redding sang the blues sometime. Well, there's a hole way deep down in my soul that couldn't be filled by 1,000 more. When oh, this Redding sang the blues sometime. Yeah, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Well, you're gonna miss and the way I sang your song all night long. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Yeah, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Yeah, you're gonna miss me when
Oh, yeah. All right, everybody. Welcome. Tuesday night, Good Time Supper Club. Back here with you again. Week 36, I think it is. I can't believe we made it this far. It's good to be with you.
36.
36. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So that's one off of the One Foot in the Ether record from the year 2009, the aughts, the last decade. What's happening, Gordy? I can't hear you, man. Hey, Gordy, I can't hear you.
We've lost you, Gordy.
Gordy, you've gone. You've left us.
Can you hear me now?
You're gone still.
There he is.
Can you hear me now?
Oh,
All
there you
right.
are.
I was just commenting on the Nutcracker situation you got going on back there.
Oh, you like that?
It's awesome. Yeah.
That's Lila. It's my daughter. She gets me. I honestly totally forgot about that back there.
It's nice.
That's her. Every week she puts a different memento up. If you guys have been paying attention, that's her little note to my folks that she's with us. But yeah, we're getting there. The spirit is coming. Got the house all decorated this week, and it's happening. You know, it's all happening, everybody. We're in the home stretch here. Home stretch of 2020. We'll do another tune off of the same One Foot in the Ether record. This is a little number called Say. Hope you dig it. Hang on one second here. Making a little adjustment. There we go. All right. And on we go. Well, you keep on saying not the kind of car I drive. We got all the gold in the world, but we're lucky we get by. You know the blood is thicker than wine. You don't see that till you go stone blind. You just go open your eyes, see by the light of the moon, and just say what you wanna say, do what you wanna do, go on your own way, let me go on mine too. Where we started a family, built up a house and a home, through all the hopes and aspirations that'll never keep you warm. You know that love is the only thing moving mountains, growing a crown upon kings. Open your heart up to the light of the moon, and just to say what you wanna say, do what you wanna do, go on your own way, let me go on mine too. Said just say what you wanna say, do what you wanna do, go on your own way, let me go on mine too. Hey, woo! Yeah, say what you wanna say, do what you wanna do, go on your own way, let me go on mine too. Go on your own way, I'll be coming home. Hey, I'll be coming home soon. I'll be coming home soon. Yeah, I'll be coming home soon. Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Nicely done. Been a while for that one.
Off and running.
We got to get that one back in the rotation. It's been a couple of
Rotate it.
years.
Rotation.
Yeah.
Been a second. That's why this is fun. We get to all of them in some
Yeah.
over course of 35, 36 weeks.
I'm seeing a bunch of people here in the comments. A lot of the regulars,
Mm-hmm.
and we had some people coming over from Hayes Carl's live stream.
Welcome, Hayes Carls.
Hey to all the Hayes Carl peeps. Y'all check out Hayes has a really great live stream every week, about an hour before ours.
Alone together.
That's right.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, Gordy.
I'm going to go way back in time to a song from one of my solo records that Ed actually sang harmonies on, and then we ended up kind of re-recording it for our Live at Antone's record. But been a while for this one. She's a rehab facility for a wayward soul like me. I might need a little bit of loving, some walk on water hovering to set me free. And she's a drink when I'm feeling sober, coffee when I'm too hungover, with a deeper than the ocean blue eyes, whiskey blonde hair to hide them looks behind. Well, she's a heaven's angel dust running through my blood. It's a pumping through my brain, here comes a flood. So open up the floodgates, let your love down like a needle in my vein. I need it like a heartline. She's my nicotine dream, everything I crave. Coming down from a 3-day blow, where I've been, baby, please don't go. I could use a little bit of healing. It's gonna keep me from these heathens that I know. And she's a Sunday morning drive to a countryside motel room, the ones that are by the hour, where you can make love and take a shower in the afternoon. She's a heaven's angel dust running through my blood. It's a pumping through my brain, here comes a flood. So open up the floodgates, let your love down like a needle in my vein. I need it like a heartline. She's my nicotine dream, everything I crave. So open up the floodgates and let your love down like a needle in my vein. 'Cause I need it like a heartline. She's my nicotine dream, everything I crave. We are, I think it's about time here. Trev, how you doing, man?
Cheers, everybody. Thanks. Here's to you guys, and cheers, everybody, and sending it over to Jesse now. Thank you.
Hello. Hi, guys. How's everybody doing? It's lovely to be back here on a Tuesday.
Hi, Jesse.
We're certainly stoked to be here, and I'm glad to be back in Nashville with Nikki and Birdie, who's patiently sitting here staring at the ball that Nikki has in her hand. Last week, we talked a little bit about eggnog, and how it can be a polarizing, beverage. Not everybody's into it, but I decided to try my hand at making homemade eggnog. And so that's what I did, and it's a little involved to make homemade eggnog. So I wasn't gonna do it live. I'm gonna walk you through a little bit of the process, and then we haven't actually tried it yet, so you'll get a real actual live first taste to see if it's good or not. But basically, what I did is I took 6 egg yolks, whisked them with like a cup of sugar. At some point there's going to be a link to a recipe for eggnog. That is what I basically followed. Granted, I did change a few things up and kind of just to my own taste, but so you basically whisk 6 egg yolks with a cup of sugar, and then in a saucepan you want to heat up 2 cups of milk with some nutmeg, cinnamon, vanilla, a few, that's where you can kind of get a little adventurous. I put a little bit more, I actually put a little bit of brown sugar in there too. And you heat it up in a saucepan, and you start feeding the hot milk mixture into the yolk so that it kind of tempers the eggs, because you don't necessarily want the eggs to be totally raw. Eventually you just put it all back in the saucepan together, add a cup of heavy whipping cream, and then I added a cup and a shot of whiskey. So that's our eggnog mixture here. And we have not quite tried it yet, but
so if we finish this pitcher, we will have had
a lot of whiskey. But I'm gonna be here. We are.
Can't let it go bad.
No.
Grandma's pitcher.
Yeah, this is Nikki's grandmother's pitcher. Hold on, let me get Nikki's glass here. My glass. And then also, because it's Christmas and we're allowed to do this kind of stuff, I think the only way
Ooh.
to properly garnish this bad boy is a little whipped cream.
You just put a little on mine. Perfect.
And let's be proper here. And I'm also going to garnish with a little extra cinnamon.
I wish that you guys could see it.
I'm going to
from
give
the
them a
bird's
better
eye view.
angle here. So here, now, this is what my my special holiday eggnog looks like. It's much prettier in person, I can promise you that. But,
And it smells amazing.
yeah.
Mmm.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Happy
y'all.
holidays.
Cheers.
Happy holiday. Wait.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Cheers.
Well done. You guys should see an eggnog recipe in the comments there too, if you're feeling.
It's
as
super
ambitious.
good. It is definitely very boozy.
This
Hey,
is would be a great dessert.
Jesse, there was a question from Dick Hairston in the comments. What type of whiskey are you adding into the eggnog? That's what he was concerned about.
Well, see, here's the deal. This is where the big question of do I lie or do I tell the truth about what whiskey I'm drinking?
No, you could say what the truth is and then also what your dream whiskey would be.
Well, honestly, basically what we keep in the house normally is Four Roses because it's good and cheap and, $20. It's a good one to just have. And for special occasions, I buy nicer bourbon. I would probably prefer like Basil Hayden's or something, but Four Roses is usually what is just at the house already. So that
Working man's whiskey.
Listen,
working man's blue collar bourbon.
we're blue collar musicians. We're working people. We're in a pandemic. There's no shame in Four Roses.
I can't always
shame
be
at all.
buying, the $40, $45 bottles. Sometimes $20 bottle has to do.
Absolutely.
So
And I gotta say,
It's
it does
delicious,
really well
yeah.
in this drink. It's really nice. Nice.
have we discussed the virtues of rum versus bourbon? Someone else.
No,
mentioned vodka.
okay, so actually that's a good point because I in my head I had before assumed that it was always rum, and when I started doing some research, I saw that like most recipes say like you can interchange rum or bourbon or whiskey, and so in my head I'm just definitely gonna use whiskey. I mean, no, nothing against rum drinkers, but rum is hard for me. That's like the one route that I have a hard time going down. So I just I will definitely go whiskey, and it's delicious. It definitely feels good. I would imagine rum with this exact mixture would be delicious, depending on what rum you're
Far
using.
out.
This
I think,
makes me wanna, this.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, we've been like doling out Christmas movies and like what we're gonna watch, and cherishing the best ones. But I feel like after drinking this, it's got to be Vacation because I'll always picture the scene where they're drinking it out of the moose glass.
I was literally just gonna say that. You beat me. I just watched that. My daughter saw that for the first time Sunday night.
It
was,
she's such the perfect age too.
It was so fantastic. Also, the great cameo from Julia Louis-Dreyfus is the yuppie.
Oh, dude.
Yuppie
Why
nerd.
is the floor wet, Todd?
Christy
I don't know.
I
Mark.
don't know, Margot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's classic.
Yeah.
It's Trevor when you need him.
Oh,
I know.
Where is Trevor?
we got him
Yeah, he
covered.
was just here, man. Where did he go?
He was just here.
He'll be making.
For all of you paying extra close attention, you may have realized Trevor's intro to the Cheers cocktail segment was pre-recorded.
What?
It was pre-recorded. Trevor is not here with us yet, but he said right around this time he'll be joining us. He had a gig. He can maybe explain what he was doing when he gets here. But he's here. He'll be here any minute. But don't worry,
It was
we recorded this segment.
it was the most noble of all gigs that he could have ditched us for.
Okay. Just kidding.
You said it, man.
I'm just
Just
kidding. I'm
kidding.
just kidding.
No, it's a good reason. we'll see Trevor soon.
Good.
Seams are splitting over here in Heathen land.
Yeah. Good cocktail, Jesse. That's a very apropos for the season. Well done.
I know. I will say, just last thing, that I do think that the recipe got added or got posted in the comments, and I will say that if you just followed that to the T, it's awesome. But I just went a little different because
And it's really good.
It's all delicious. But that's like that's like all the right amounts of stuff. You can go kind of just bonus round if you want extra brown, any extra flavors.
And I would say definitely don't skip the whipped cream. That was a nice.
The whipped
addition.
cream is,
Killer.
Of course.
come on. All right, guys.
Awesome. Thank
Cheers,
you, guys.
everybody.
All right.
I'm surprised that drink doesn't come with a turtleneck, dude.
That's next
No,
week.
I just came with my LA Kings sweater, dude.
Yeah.
Turtlenecks are next week.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I got my turtleneck. It's ready to come out. Nikki's ready. She's got it going on. She knows.
Me too. I'm waiting.
All right, we'll take a little trip here. Got a little traveling song. Actually, co-wrote this one with our guest, who's going to be coming up in a little while. Mr. Graham Sharp of Graham Sharp and the Steep Canyon Rangers. So here we go. This is one called off the new record. It's called Asheville, Nashville, Austin. And all right. A purple sky by dawn's first light along the Blue Ridge Range. The clouds fell down on a stone cold town, Asheville in the rain. Too early for the traffic down on Patton Avenue. And there was nothing left to say, and there was nothing I could do. I went from Asheville to Nashville to Austin in the service of a tune. But I can't get there fast enough, I'm always gone too soon. I could play the part so well, but I never did make the same. Forgotten pieces falling in the spaces in between. So I raced on up to Nashville. Them southern girls don't wait. Some friends getting down out east of town, so come and spend the day. Well, the stories that they tell and all the lies that I'll believe. Sang me one more sad song, I'm leaving Tennessee. I went from Asheville to Nashville to Austin in the service of a tune. But I can't get there fast enough, I'm always gone too soon. I could play the part so well, but I never did make the same. Forgotten pieces falling in the spaces in between. Heading back to Texas, across the Travis County line. The lights are out in Austin, can't see the city limit sign. Well, I made my way in a two-step haze to a door that I once knew. I smiled in the lights of the Continental Club. It's good to see you too. I went from Asheville to Nashville to Austin in the service of
tune, but I can't get there fast enough. I'm always gone too soon. I could play the part so well, but I never did make the scene. Just forgotten pieces falling in the spaces in between. Well, forgotten pieces falling in the spaces in between. Yeah, 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 down, 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 down. Well, it's time for Vinyl Richie coming down the avenue. Vinyl Richie, gotta get you back into gallery view so I can see you, 'cause I'm in the spotlight video. Let's see if that works. I think we're here now. Oh, Richie, spin some vinyl for us now. Come on, Richie.
Too much? Is it getting out of hand?
Not at all, man. That was beautiful.
Yeah, man.
I think you can go further.
Oh, dude. All right. There's more. You got it, dude. The gauntlet has been issued.
All right. Well, hello, everybody. Thanks for that awesome, always improvised intro, Ed. Let me move my can of mixed nuts off of my record here. Tonight we have got, here's the camera. Tonight I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite Christmas albums, because we are getting that much closer to the holiday, and my favorite holiday of the year. There's so many great Christmas records. There's also a lot of shite ones too, but this one is my favorite by far. And I just discovered it maybe 4 or 5 years ago. But now it's just like once we get past Thanksgiving, I'm listening to it maybe once a day. maybe a little more than that. Maybe some tracks make it a couple of times a day. There's a couple really cool adaptations of the Tchaikovsky suite on this record, but anyways, enough of that babbling. So Duke Ellington and his orchestra, the Nutcracker Suite, Ellington, Strayhorn, Tchaikovsky. This record was released in 1960. It was the first time that Duke Ellington recorded an album of arrangements of another composer's work instead of his own. That's pretty cool. 1960, I'm not sure what number record this would put at for in his catalog, but pretty deep in it at this point. Duke was definitely no stranger to recording suites. One of my favorites of his is the New Orleans Suite. I know Trevor, if he was here, would chime in and say something about that, because he loves that record too. So yeah, not a stranger to recording suites. So this was a natural selection of material, I think, for Duke and his trusted arranger, Billy Strayhorn. There's a really cool kind of liner note thing on the back of this record. It's a quote from, I'm not sure who, Irving Townsend. I don't know exactly who that is. I should have looked that up, I guess, if I'm talking about the record. But here it finishes out, and he says, Duke Ellington's first brush with the classics is successfully completed. It is a tribute, I think, to Duke and Billy, and to Tchaikovsky. The Ellington forces have proved once again that in any setting, this great band and its strong personality pervade all the music it plays. But that Tchaikovsky has also triumphed is an indication of the perennial strength of his music. As Duke commented, that cat was it. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so on this record, it's not the entirety of the suite. They kind of picked and choose what they use, but you got the overture, classic overture, and then it goes into the rest of it, and they reorchestrated, as Duke said in this liner note here. They reorchestrated as well. On top of the music, they also reorchestrated the titles. So you've got Toot Toot Tootie Toot, Peanut Brittle Brigade, Sugar Rum Cherry, maybe Sugar Rum Cherry for your eggnog. Yeah, and then it just kind of goes on. But they played around with the names, definitely played around with the music. It's really awesome. Super swinging, obviously, really groovy. And just, not the classic Nutcracker stuff. I mean, it just shows you, though, like how beautiful this music is, that it can be adapted, that it's so adaptable. And in this form, with someone who's as great as Duke Ellington, he can take that music and take it one step further, which is incredible. So yeah, check it out. You should be seeing a couple links. There's one to listen to the record on the Spotify playlist that I've made of all the records that I talk about every week. So if you missed one or whatever, or just want to save it for later, you'll see a link to that playlist. You can follow it on Spotify, and then you'll get updates when it gets updated and all that. What else? Also, there's a link that you'll be seeing to a really cool promo from Columbia Records, which is the label that this is on. And they did a promo video when the record was coming out, and I found it on YouTube, so you'll be seeing that. You should definitely watch that. It's really cool. It gets the band playing a little bit of the record, not much, but you just get to see a little taste, and it's just cool to see Duke. And he talks about the record for a little bit. There's a little interview. And yeah, I actually got this from Waterloo. You can see the price tag there. I know that is a Waterloo price tag. So I'm not sure if you'd be able to find an original at Waterloo. This is actually kind of a somewhat rare record. You can definitely find it online. And I think Light in the Attic repressed it. Either way, there are recent repressings that you should be able to purchase from Waterloo if you so desire. So if you're tired of listening to the same old Christmas music, then hopefully I got something new here for you to check out. Also, I should have put a link. Maybe I'll find it and get the guys to post it later. The band does have a holiday music playlist on Spotify that we put together last year, I think, of our selected favorite Christmas music. And you're definitely bound to find some stuff in there that you've never heard. So check that out. I'll send a link over. But yeah, happy holidays, y'all. Dig on some Nutcracker, dig on some Duke. See y'all.
Yeah. Thanks, Rich. Woo. All right. Well, we lost Charlie Pride this week to COVID-19, and it's been a tough year. And I'm gonna do a tune here for it's kind of a tune that has been done by a number of people, but his version is the most well known here.
From the brim of my hat, it sure looks cold today. Here I am walking down 66. I wish it hadn't done me this way. Sleeping under the table in a roadside park, a man could wake up dead. But it sure seems warmer than it did sleeping in a king-size bed. Is anybody going to San Antone Oh, Phoenix, Arizona. Any place is alright as long as I forget I'd ever known her. Wind ripping down the neck of my shirt like I ain't got nothing on. But I'd rather fight the wind and rain than what I've been fighting at home. Is anybody going to San Antonio or Phoenix, Arizona? Any place is alright as long as I forget I'd ever known her. Yonder goes a truck with the U.S. mail, people writing letters back home. Tomorrow she'll want me back again, but I'll be just as gone. Is anybody going to San Antonio or Phoenix, Arizona? Any place is alright as long as I forget I'd ever known her. Any place is alright as long as I forget I'd ever known her.
Yeah, here's the Charlie Pride.
Yeah.
Broke down lots of barriers and put up with a whole hell of a lot doing it. So thanks, y'all.
A great artist.
Is it time for our special guest?
It is. Looks like we got someone beaming in here.
All right.
Meanwhile, while we're getting that dialed in, I got Rich's I got the Banded Heathens Christmas playlist coming into the comments right now. And there it is. I should have labeled that, but it's it's the last Spotify link that went into the comments, people.
All right.
Graham, how we doing over there? We having trouble with that mic again?
Here we go.
I just realized I called Graham in a frenzy because I have 2 Grahams in my phone, and I was texting. I have a handyman, Graham, who I've been texting a lot this week because I'm having some stuff fixed at my house, and I realized after I sent the 20 and the 10-minute warning, I didn't see a reply on either of them that I was texting the wrong Graham. So I just furiously called him about 30 seconds ago. So my apologies.
Well, everybody make welcome from the Steep Canyon Rangers, Graham Sharp. You on there, Graham?
Yeah.
Man, I think I am.
You got it,
Hey.
dude.
I don't know what just happened, but it's like it's kind of like that scene in the Christmas Vacation, right when he's hitting it, and she goes in there and hits the switch in the basement, and he hits it, and his spark goes. What's up, y'all?
Dude, way to keep it in
man.
theme here. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. It's good to see you, man.
It's great to see you too, man. I've been enjoying this, y'all.
Yeah, thanks for being with us. So for those of you that don't know, Graham is in a fantastic band called the Steep Canyon Rangers, but is also a fantastic songwriter and singer in his own right. And we're actually neighbors. He lives down the street from me, so we try to get together as frequently as possible, which usually is like twice a year with both of our schedules, and and write some songs. Graham actually he helped me co-write Asheville, Nashville, Austin, which is on our newest record, Stranger, and he and I co-wrote a song that's on the new Steep Canyon Rangers record called Afterglow, which is a jam, man. That came out badass.
Yes, I know. When we were writing it, I didn't tell you there was going to be a 3-minute banjo solo at the end of it, did I?
No, I can only have hope for something like that, you know.
Gotcha.
So what's been going on with you, man?
Let's see. I mean, staying busy making music as much as possible. We were talking earlier. I made a solo record kind of over the summer, but lots of projects around the house, and reconnecting with the family a lot. I was doing some solo shows. All that stuff's kind of shut down now over the winter for the most part. So just kind of hunkering down for the winter right now.
Yeah, man. Well, speaking of songs and solo recordings, would you play us a tune, and then we'll come back and talk a little more?
Yeah. Let's see. This one's it's written outside of a hockey rink somewhere up north. It's called Watertown. Let me give it a shot. Yeah, way up here in Watertown, waiting for the show. And someone dumped the trash where the trash ain't supposed to go. And the boss is on the phone, that's just what kind of day it is. Lord, it's gonna take all morning to clean up all this mess. There's a storm coming in, you can feel it in the air. St. Christopher, come sweeping down and get me out of here, Lord. The satellite is out in the single wide again, keeping all the news from outside from creeping in. And I'm looking out my window for something I could do, but the picnic table's rusted and the razor wire is new. The puddles in the parking lot are dirty and they're deep. If I could dream myself back home, I'd try to get some sleep. There's a palm tree made of plastic leaning on the kiddie pool. It probably looked fantastic way back when it was new. And the folks round here keep keeping on in spite of all the noise. Makes me wish I was back in Asheville where I'm just one of the boys. Instead I'm up in Watertown waiting for the show. And someone dumped the trash where the trash ain't supposed to go. Yeehaw.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Badass.
Badass.
Yeah,
Love
that's
that.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's one of those days when like you're up and there's all those places up north you end up, especially when we're on tour with Steve Martin and that stuff, we're playing these hockey rinks up there.
Yeah.
And so like your option is either you're hanging around in the visitors dressing room at a double A hockey rink.
Is that Watertown, New York?
Yes.
I was
You know it.
my first association with Watertown, New York was when I was a kid. My parents were kind of on the cutting edge a little bit back then. We got these. It wasn't even a laser disc. It was like before the laser disc, but it was this big like record looking video that you could slide into a player and it would eject the plastic holder. So you'd have like a
Okay.
disc in there.
Wow.
You could record those onto onto a VHS cassette.
Yeah.
And we had this Harry Chapin, like the last show that he did, one of the last shows he did before he died, live from Hamilton, Ontario. And there's this song, and he introduces it with this is a song about a town in upstate New York called Watertown, New York, and it gets like a pretty big applause, and he's like, "Oh, that's more than it deserves. I spent a week there one afternoon." You know, it was just like a great. It's just like, and I was like, and that forever that town is stuck in my head for that strange reason. You know.
Wow. I guess it seems like it's at least consistent.
Right. Yeah, man. Well, that was cool. Thanks for sharing that. Hey, on the Steep Canyon Rangers front, you guys are nominated for a Grammy. I didn't realize it's your third Grammy nomination.
Yeah, third
Whoa.
Grammy nomination. I'll tell you what, you guys, you need to know, you need to make a bluegrass record. You need to find you one of those nice small niches like we've got. But yeah, I mean, it's amazing. It's our third Grammy nom, and let's see, and it's it's a shame we won't be able to like go do the whole shebang. Like the probably most people don't realize, but like other than the Grammys you see on TV, there's the daytime Grammys, which is like more like the people like us who are kind of down in the trenches a little more the music. And we were at the show the last time we were there, and sitting right next to us was like Christian McBride, the great bass player, and his wife, and they were lovely and awesome, and just like meeting all these people, who we sort of knew, and they're not like, it's not like Lil Wayne or Lady Gaga or somebody like that. It's like, people a little more like, on our level and how we make music. So it's, that part of it was my favorite part of the Grammys. But yeah, we've got our fingers crossed. I give us about the same chance as Asheville getting snow here tomorrow. So
cool.
It's about 12%.
You got a shot. So
yeah, it's a shot.
Tell us a little bit about the record. I was listening to it today. Super cool. Where'd you guys come up with the inspiration to do something like that? How did that come together?
Honestly, like right upstairs from here, sitting by the fire. I think it was my wife's idea one time. There's the festival here in North Carolina, Merle Fest, which is, big Doc Watson started it for his son Merle after Merle died. And we've done it for years, and it was just kind of always been sort of like one of the highlights of our season. And we needed something to do new after having done it for 8 years or whatever in a row. So we figured we'd do all tunes by North Carolinians, and started digging on that a bit, and ended up, with obviously people like Earl Scruggs, James Taylor, but then also like Thelonious Monk and Ola Belle Reed and Libby Cotton and people like that. So, I mean, you could dig into the music of most any state, I think, and come up with, 5 great records. But it felt good to go into the North Carolina music. So that's what it is. It's North Carolina Songbook. And we did it one time. We did it live on stage at Merle Fest, and hadn't played the set anywhere before. And just took a flying shot at recording it. Never made a live record before.
Cool. So
lo and behold.
The idea was the thing was put together for the set at Merle Fest, and doing it as a record was kind of, that came second.
Yeah, they have a great thing there at Merle Fest called the Album Hour that the Waybacks do every year, where they play a whole record. So there's a recording truck already there. So we just got in touch with the guys with the recording truck, and they're like, yeah, we'll pull it over to the Watson stage and record y'all on Sunday. So we did that and got a great version, got the best versions I think we could of most of the stuff we were going for, and easiest record ever made.
Killer. Love that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Graham, I'm sure you've answered this question many times, but how did you connect with Steve Martin? And then I'd love to hear the best Steve Martin story from the road.
Oh, man. So we connected with Steve. Just stupid luck. His wife, who's now his wife, we had known her through our guitar player and our guitar player's brother. He had taken her fishing. He's a fishing guide. Had taken him fishing years ago here in North Carolina. He started making a record. They were up in New York, and just sort of a couple off chances, had like a spaghetti dinner down here one time at his father-in-law's place, I guess, and at the time, Steve didn't really have a band. He had made records, but he never really sat down in a room with a group of people and actually played these songs. They had all been records they had sort of pieced together. So we learned his records note for note and sat down with him, and he couldn't believe it, that we were playing those songs together. So he started guesting in a few times, and we were riding around in the little 15-passenger van. I remember one day when we got the call that we were doing the world tour with Steve Martin, and he's got, he had all these other people around kind of protecting him and trying to give us advice and things like that, about how to be on stage and stuff. We took most of it, but it was pretty humorous, You got to turn away from the microphones when you're tuning those instruments. And I know we're practicing with books on the floor here, but those books are microphones. So if you're tuning, you need to turn away from the books on the floor.
Wow.
The greatest story of Steve on the road. I mean, he's so funny because he's just such a peculiar, normal guy at the same time. He's just been one of the most famous people in the world for 40 years, so that affects how you can kind of act in public. But and I always worry about kind of oversharing with Steve because he is a private guy. But I did something, a few months back where I was sharing and they asked me to say something about Steve, and talk about Steve. I told him a little bit, then I texted Steve because I knew he was watching this one because it was a Banjo Center thing. I knew he was watching it, and I texted him after. I was like, Steve, I hope I didn't overshare, I'm really sorry if I did. And he said, what was his words exactly? It was something to the effect of, I can never be overmentioned. So he's still, he's still got that celebrity kind of thing, just still wanting to be out there. And I think we'll be out there again, probably in the spring or the summer with him as soon as we can, because I know he misses it.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Speaking of missing things, obviously the biggest thing that we've been robbed of during the pandemic is our ability to get together and collaborate. So we've come up with the next best thing. We've been doing these things called remote transmissions every week. And a couple weeks ago, Graham came by my place. It was like a unbelievable fall afternoon in Asheville. We sat out on the back patio, hung out for a little while, did a little writing, and we did some recording. We did a track. Gordy, you got something to show the peoples?
Oh yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Oh yeah.
So hey, stick around. We'll come back and we'll chat after this. If you want to mute your mic and.
Yeah.
Gone are the days when the ox fall down, pick up the yoke and plow the fields around. Gone are the days when the ladies said, please, Gentle Jack Jones, won't you come with me? Brown-eyed women in red grenadine, the bottle was dusty, but the liquor was clean. Sound of the thunder with the rain pouring down, and it looks like the old man is getting on.
1920 when he stepped to the bar, drank to the dregs of the whiskey jar. 1930 when the wall caved in, he made his way sailing red-eyed gin. Brown-eyed women in red grenadine, the bottle was dusty but the liquor was clean. Sound of the thunder with the rain pouring down, and it looks like the old man getting on.
mother of twins. 2 times over and the rest was sin. Raised 8 boys, only I turned bad. I didn't get the lickings that the other ones had.
Brown-eyed women in red grenadine. The bottle was dusty, but the liquor was clean. Sound of the thunder with the rain pouring down, and it looks like the old man getting on. Tumbled down shack in Bigfoot County. Snowed so hard that the roof caved in. Delilah Jones went to meet her God, and the old man never was the same again. Daddy made a whiskey and he made it well. Cost $2 and it burned like hell. I cut hickory just to fire the steel. Drink down a bottle, now I'm ready to kill. Brown-eyed women in red grenadine. The bottle was dusty, but the liquor was clean. Sound of the thunder with the rain pouring down, and it looks like the old man is getting on.
Gone are the days when the ox fall down, pick up the yoke and plow the fields around. Gone are the days when the ladies said, please, General Jack Jones, won't you come to me? Brown-eyed women in red grenadine. The bottle was dusty, but the liquor was clean. Sound of the thunder with the rain pouring down, and it looks like the old man getting on. Brown-eyed women in red grenadine. The bottle was dusty, but the liquor was clean. Sound of the thunder with the rain pouring down, and it looks like the old man getting on. Yeah, it looks like the old man getting on.
Yeah, yeah. Tight.
Yeah.
Well done, man.
Tight.
Yeah.
Tight.
Oh, there's
Tight.
There's
Hey,
Trevor.
Trev.
Can you guys? Hey.
Yeah.
Trevor, you're in the dark, man.
I know. I'm trying to get some light. I'm in a van. Is that better?
Down by the river.
I'm in a van down by the river. Nice job, Graham. That sounded awesome, man.
Yeah,
Thanks,
man.
brother.
Thanks for joining us.
Appreciate you guys having me along for the ride there. It's good choice of tunes. I picked up the banjo because of Jerry. So
Oh man.
Cool.
yeah.
That's awesome. That was very cool. Yeah, man. Also, I will say that did look like a perfect fall day. In
You know
your
what?
footage.
It looked like the album cover to Allman Brothers, Brothers and Sisters. You know, the little kid running through the leaves.
Totally.
It reminds me of that. It's a perfect fall day.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was almost like the color of like looking at Graham through the camera that day, just the way the lens was capturing the light. It was almost like treating it. The light was just incredible. It was just a magical day.
Well, you gotta love that. Well, yeah, man. That was fun. That was a good one. Thank you guys. Thanks for doing that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nikki, for adding the extra secret sauce, the high harms up top.
Yeah,
High
spicy.
harms.
You know, always do that.
She's sitting slightly off camera right now, saying that she will always add the high harmony.
I love it.
She'll always add that flat 7.
Love it. We'll take it. It's the secret. Yeah, it is the secret sauce. So you mentioned Jerry. You got into banjo playing through Jerry, huh? So you like it wasn't trad bluegrass stuff. There was kind of some other stuff that pulled you into that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of running into people like John Hartford and stuff like that right about the same time as Jerry Garcia and like the Old in the Way stuff. So yeah, it was 100% Jerry. I mean, he had to play the banjo kind of oddly, right? Because what was he missing? He was missing the middle finger on his right hand. Mm-hmm. So he has like, he's got these three, but I mean Jerry wanted to be in Bill Monroe's band. I mean, he drove to Kentucky one time to try out for Bill Monroe's band at one point. So I don't know how the history of American music would have changed if old Hop-Along Ringfinger had been playing for the Bluegrass Boys.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
Man, all right. Thanks, dudes.
well done, everyone.
Trevor,
Go ahead, Jesse.
where are you? We're getting questions, Trevor. Where are you right now? Are you driving home back to Austin in a van?
We haven't shoved off quite yet, but we're in Graham, Texas, which is somewhere. It's almost halfway between Fort Worth and Abilene, a little north of the 20. You can't see really with my phone, but we played a drive-in. It's Bruce and Kelly, who were former guests on the Good Time Supper Club, about Good Time Supper Club episode 20, maybe 18, somewhere. I've been in their band for their holiday tour now. This is the 7th year I've been part of it, but normally where it's 12 shows, we just had one show this year at a drive-in in Graham, Texas. And there was about 30 cars. And let me tell you, fellas, it was cold as hell up here. Like facing north, a biting wind. The air temperature says like 37, but I want to say the wind chill is like neg 37. So yeah, it's cold.
So perfect.
We're driving back.
Perfect temperatures for playing music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's possible to pull a muscle without moving your body, but I think I pulled both my hamstrings playing that show without even moving. I think I pulled a groin. I might be on IR.
Well done.
Can't my lips. No.
Well done.
It was cold. I have hand warmers though.
Well done, man. Well, Graham,
Cool
dude,
story, Hansel.
cool story. Yeah, very
Hey,
cool.
Graham, I got a question for you, man.
Yeah,
So when, sorry, I got a cat in my way here. So when did you start playing banjo?
I started playing banjo in college.
Okay.
So that would have been like, 98, somewhere in there, 97, something like
Were
that.
you playing something before that?
No, I was playing soccer before that.
Okay.
I played like saxophone like all the way, through high school and stuff like that. But I had surgery. I'd wrecked my knee and had surgery and just kind of picked up the banjo. Came back from spring break, I think. I guess my freshman year, came back from spring break and pawned my saxophone and bought a cheap banjo, and proceeded to terrorize the dorm, the rest of the dorm with beginning banjo books for the next 3 months or whatever.
That's great. Yeah, my dad has a similar story. He was doing track and had like a scholarship for pole vaulting and wrecked a knee. Or he wrecked a knee, I think, in maybe like a karate tournament or something. But then after that, it was like, okay, no more track. And he picked up a guitar more seriously, I guess, and that kind of put him on the path. So yeah, that stuff happens in our life, I guess.
Yeah, I know. It's funny, like the twists and turns of fate, and that's kind of how I keep looking at these last 6 or 8 or 9 months. The twists and turns of fate, and what we're gonna make of it. And as musicians, we're pretty accustomed to piecing it together and trying to figure out a way through when there doesn't look to be one apparently. So, I really admire like what y'all have done with this supper club. It's just so brilliant and great for the band to stay connected, great to stay connected to the fans and stay creative and stuff like that. So kudos for that.
Thanks, man. Back at you. And thanks for being with us tonight. Thanks for doing the song. It's always a blast, and we don't really need excuses, but it's good to have excuses to get together, because it's nice to walk down the street and see your friends. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
So everybody, make sure you check out Graham and the Steep Canyon Rangers. We'll post some links as to where to find them. Man, good to see you, and happy holidays to you and your family, and I'll hopefully see you soon.
Yeah, great to see y'all. Thanks for having me on here.
Thank you, Graham.
Thank you, man.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Graham. Take care. Trev, man. How
Am I
you
just
doing?
in time for the Grateful Dead minute?
You're just in time. I think it's only appropriate that we maybe go to the Grateful Dead minute here on the heels of Brown Eyed
Maybe
Women.
while he's got good service here.
That's right.
Well, I got good service because it's iffy. It's going to be spotty for a sec. I did pre-record it, but I wore the same shirt to make it look like we're live. So maybe you press play.
Okay. Here we go. Trevor, live with the Grateful Dead minute.
Thanks, dudes. We're back with the Grateful Dead minute. Scarlet Begonias. Oh, yeah. What a jam. My pick this week is March 20th, 1977, Winterland Arena, which is pretty much ground zero for all the cool Grateful Dead shows in the mid-'70s. And, this show is amazing. It's pretty heavy from top to bottom. And it's night 3 of 3. They played the 18th and the 19th as well. And this show is just the cherry on top. Playing is out of sight, and as many people know, many Deadheads know, what is to come in the next couple months is some of the very highest points the Dead ever reached, spring '77. And this show definitely is a precursor to that, and in all the right ways. But I picked it because it's got one of my favorite versions of Brown Eyed Women, and we did that with Graham. And it made me think of it. I know on a previous Grateful Dead Minute, I referred to another great version of Brown Eyed from 1980 in Grand Rapids, but this one has a really, really cool version as well. Definitely worth checking out. Jerry's solo is just note perfect. Everything is just exactly right. Also check him out on Row Jimmy. Jerry's just really settling into that tune at this point. And it's just beautiful. And the show has lots of high points, a great St. Stephen, a beautiful Other One jam that settles into Stella Blue. So yeah, I really highly recommend it. It's an amazing time in the band's history, and you will be rewarded. So get in there, check it out, and we'll see you guys next time on the Grateful Dead Minute. Cheers.
Yeah. All right.
Wow.
Sounds like the band's moving.
It's moving.
Well done, dude.
Thanks. I might just, that was good. I might pre-record everything. No, I won't. I actually like doing it live. Let's do it live.
If you pre-record in the future, just make sure you mute your current microphone while the pre-record is playing.
Creak, creak, creak.
I think the van noise might have been louder than your voice in the recording.
Oh.
But, it makes it feel more live, actually.
Do it live.
Yeah. Awesome. So the shows were good with Bruce and Kelly? How are Bruce and Kelly and the band? How's everybody doing?
It was just one show. It was great. It was just really cold. And everybody drove separate. I rode with Chisholm in their Sprinter. So it was just, we're all kind of rolled up. But it's about 4.5 hour drive from Austin, so it's a little ways up there. And just heading back now. But yeah, it was a good show.
Right.
Saw
Cool.
Scott Davis, Jeff Queen. Our comrades. It's good.
Yeah.
The All Stars.
All Stars.
All right. Well, speaking of pre-records, should we head on over to East Nashville, Jesse? What you got going on over there, dude?
Yeah, you want to come in? You want to come in the shot here? Yeah. Well, actually, to start it, last year, Nikki, Richard, and myself holed up at the finishing school for a day.
In July.
In
The
July.
hottest day in
It was
July.
the hottest day of 2019 to date.
102. It was literally 102.
It was probably even more than that at the peak of it. But we recorded five Christmas songs at the finishing school in Austin. And that was last summer. And last Christmas time, we released one of the songs. And the rest of them have finally surfaced as of last week.
Yeah, Friday.
Last Friday. So
they're all available on all digital platforms now. So you can enjoy some original Christmas music.
I do believe that there are hard copies, though, too.
Yeah.
There are CDs. There is no vinyl, but there are CDs
for
that you can.
For those of you who still like to hold it and watch the CD slide in.
That's possible, but we also this time around for the release of the whole thing, we made a music video for one of the songs.
Cool.
At the ever so infamous 5 spot here in East Nashville, which is a really, really pretty special staple in East Nashville. And we got to go. We made a little music video for one, so I think we're gonna get to play that for y'all.
Yeah, Jesse flew in from Austin, and we drove straight to the 5 spot to shoot this video. And we're lucky to have our friends Scott Sachs and AJ Croce join, and your very own Richard Millsap and Lucy Wilson were our actors. And Jesse made the video, and yeah, it was really fun. And it's just a fun Christmas song that Jesse and I wrote. Well, Jesse really wrote the majority of it.
It was definitely we did together, but yeah.
But it was really fun, so we hope you like the video. Do you guys have it queued up?
I think so. I think I sent it to Gordy.
What? Here we go.
Saving my checks, it's the best time of the year.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Bravo.
Bravo is right. Well done, y'all. Cool.
We were joking about it. Scott was standing outside the 5 spot, and he's like, "Wait, we're playing poor musicians, but we are poor musicians." He's like, "We're parodies of ourselves." And I was like, "I know, isn't it sad?"
It's drawing personal experience into the role.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good job, Richard.
Yeah, Richard, I swear, I feel like you should take up acting. Like, I just said to Jesse, I'm like, Richard had the sweetest look on his face. Like, that's Christmas movie material.
Hey,
Similar to Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone when he gets the
Really?
cheese pizza. When he gets the cheese pizza delivered to him, and he's all alone.
One lovely
So excited.
cheese pizza
All
just
to
for me.
myself.
So I do need to say, we have been misquoting it for years.
Is it just for me?
It's one lovely cheese pizza just for me.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not all to myself?
No, it's just for me.
Oh.
I know. I watched it. I was like, we were watching it a couple nights ago, and I was just like, like in my head quoting along, and it was just not the quote I had always thought it was.
So hey, can folks find? You said there's physical copies of the holiday record. Can people find that on your website, Nikki?
Yep. You can get a CD on my website, and then you can also get it digitally, like anywhere.
Yeah.
Cool.
But the hard copy will be from nikkibloom.com.
Cool.
Yep, and Richard plays on it, and Jesse plays
And
on it.
our very own Steve Christensen mixed, I think, 3 of the 5 songs.
Very
Yep,
cool.
AJ's on it, Leroy Powell, Ken Coomer. It was fun.
It was
fun.
yeah.
I love holiday music, so it was a fun way to spend the hottest July in Texas.
Yeah.
Really got us into the spirit.
Yeah.
Love it.
Well, that's one thing that I've realized, and I'm impressed by your ability to be so on top of it. Every time like December rolls around, I have the thought, oh yeah, we should put out a Christmas album. And then I realize, oh yeah, it's too late for that. You got to get on it in like summertime.
Someday.
Yeah.
You have to like.
You either have, it's like you either have to plan ahead or you have to be patient enough to Christmas time record a Christmas record, but know
And wait.
that it will not be, have to be for next year. But you can record it in the Yuletide spirit.
That's actually true.
You just have to wait a year, which, sometimes you have to wait longer than that in general, so.
Yeah.
I think maybe you just got to put a bunch of eggnog in the freezer and save it till summertime, crank the air conditioning and make it cold in the studio, put on your ugly Christmas sweaters, defrost the eggnog, and that's probably what y'all did for that recording in the summertime, I'm imagining.
Yeah.
Yeah, something
we
like
did.
that.
Something like that. It was
This is getting
it
complicated.
was very sweaty.
We had some purpose.
The Navy SEAL mission.
Yeah, it was very sweaty still, but yeah, that is kind of the deal. I actually will say, just because we're on the subject right now, and I just want to because I know I'm gonna watch it on Saturday. The Mavericks are doing a big Christmas special on Nugs.tv Saturday night, I think, and not to
Christmas you out.
it's not to Christmas everybody out, but it's one of those things that I'm very excited about, and I just feel like,
We watched JD's Christmas.
and JD McPherson just did an awesome Christmas thing too. Yeah, it was a lot of good Christmas stuff happening right now.
I think JD's on that show with the Mavericks too, so they both
Yeah.
He
owe
is.
us some money for that plug. I think probably.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll invoice them later, but just so everybody knows, you can go and watch that. Yeah.
Good stuff, man. That's gonna be awesome. That was awesome, you guys. Thanks for sharing that with us.
Thanks,
for
Todd.
letting
Also thank Todd at the 5 Spot for letting us just go and film at his bar.
Love the 5 spot. Thanks, Todd.
Love the 5 Spot.
Well,
all right.
Gordy, trading
Moving
places
on.
time. Huh?
Yeah. We are now going to Trading Places, and this week we've been hearing all about Bob Dylan selling his publishing catalog. That's been in the music news recently. So we thought we'd do a couple of Dylan songs. What do you think?
I mean, we're looking for any excuse to play Bob Dylan songs, really. So
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
in. Definitely. You want to start it off?
Yeah. I'll kick it off if you don't mind.
Yeah, go for it.
This tune is one of my favorites. There's a number of good versions of it, but it also the second to last verse is the verse that actually inspired one of my tunes, the Judas Iscariot Blues. So anyway, check it out here. Oh, my name, it means nothing. My age, it means less. The country I come from, it's called the Midwest. I was taught and brought up there the laws to abide. And that land that I live in has God on its side. Oh, the history books tell it, and they tell it so well. The cavalry's charge, the Indians fell. The cavalry's charge, and the Indians died. Oh, the country was young then, with God on its side. The Spanish-American War had its day, and the Civil War too was soon laid away. The names of the heroes I was made to memorize, with guns in their hands and God on their side. First World War, boys, it came and it went. The reason for fighting I never did get, but I learned to accept it with pride. For you don't count your dead when God's on your side. The Second World War, it came to an end. We forgave the Germans, and then we were friends. Though they murdered 6 million, in the ovens they fried. But the Germans now too have God on their side. I've learned to hate the Russians all through my life. If another war comes, well, it's them we must fight.
to hate them and fear them, to run and to hide, and accept it all bravely with God on my side. Now we've got weapons of chemical dust. If fire them we're forced to, then fire them we must. One push of a button and a shot the world wide. But you never ask questions with God on your side. Through many dark hours I've been thinking about this, that Jesus Christ was betrayed by a kiss. But I can't think for you. You'll have to decide whether Judas Iscariot had God on his side. So now as I'm leaving, I'm weary as hell. The confusion I'm feeling ain't no tongue can tell. The words fill my head, then fall to the floor. If God's on our side, He'll stop the next war.
Yeah, man. Good one. Very nice. Well, we were talking earlier this afternoon about, it's like Bob Dylan literally has an almost infinite amount of great songs. And with such an amazing catalog, there's almost an equal number of great versions of said great songs. You could literally have an entire dinner conversation about either one of those things, So, yeah, very cool. Very cool. Well, I'm gonna do one here. This is off of the Highway 61 Revisited record, which is one of my favorites. I was going back and forth this afternoon between this one and Blonde on Blonde. I love them both. I can't really decide what my favorite Dylan record is. I think there's about 5 of them. So, but I love this song, and here we go. Just like Tom Thumb's Blues. When you're lost in the rain and worries, and it's Easter time too. When your gravity fails and negativity don't pull you through. Don't put on any airs when you're down on Rue Morgue Avenue. They got some hungry women there. Man, they really make a mess out of you. Now if you see Saint Annie, please tell her thanks a lot. I cannot move, my fingers are all in a knot. And I don't have the strength to get up and to take another shot. And my best friend, my doctor, won't even say what it is I got.
Melinda, the peasants call her the goddess of gloom. Well, she will speak good English as she invites you up into her room. You're so kind, be careful not to go to her too soon. Yes, she takes your voice and leaves you howling up at the moon. On Housing Project Hill, it's either fortune or fame. You must pick one or the other, or neither of them ought to be what they claim. And if you're looking to get silly, you better go from back to where you came. 'Cause the cops don't need you, and man, they expect the same. Now all the authorities, they just stand around and boast how they blackmailed the sergeant and all into leaving his post. And picking up angels who just arrived here from the coast, who looked so fine at first but left looking just like a ghost. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, started out on Burgundy, but soon I'd hit the hardest stuff. Well, everybody said they'd stand behind me when the gaming got rough. But the joke was on me. There was nobody even there to bluff. I'm going back to New York City. I do believe I've had enough. Well, I'm going back to New York City. I do believe I've had enough.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice, Ed.
Thanks, man.
Nice build, man.
Yeah, man. I got a lot of the idea of that from this Nina Simone version of the tune, which is incredible. She kind of keeps it super mellow the whole time, which I love. But actually, she's got a great record of covers, of 60s covers, man. She does a couple of Dylan songs. She does an amazing version of I Shall Be Released.
Yeah, she has a whole Dylan record, right?
Yeah, it's killer. Just like a woman. But she's got a whole, like, another record of just 60s covers. Like, she does a great version of Mr. Bojangles, Jerry Jeff Walker song, and so much killer stuff. But
a record of covers.
Huh. How about that? Crazy,
Interesting.
Huh? Interessante.
It's an awful idea.
Yeah, you know. But Bob Dylan, cheers, Bob Dylan. Maybe if we ever meet Bob, he'll buy us a drink because he made some extra money selling his publishing.
Cheers, Bob.
Yeah, I read it's over $300 million. It's an undisclosed price, but
Something like that.
it's estimated at over $300 million.
Good for him.
He deserves it.
He does. All of it.
Man,
Every penny of it.
Yeah.
imagine a world without the Dylan catalog.
Ah,
It's worth way more than $300 million.
old Bobby D. What would we do? That old Bobby D.
Well, here we are at the end of week. What week is it? 36?
36.
36 weeks. What's that?
37.
Yeah.
Yes, Trevor. That's Spanish for 36.
9 months.
9 months. Wow.
Crazy.
Man.
Thank y'all so much for.
We could have conceived and given birth in the time that Good Time Supper Club has been around.
We have, Jesse.
Dude.
We have actually done that.
Yeah.
Not over yet.
That's right. We haven't got there yet. Man, we feel so fortunate to have all y'all tuning in with us, our Tuesday night family, the Good Time Supper Club. Thanks for always being here with us and for supporting us. It means the world to us when we can't tour, and we've had a really great time. So here we go. Should we wrap it up here with a Tom Waits song? Jesse inspired us last. Was that last week? You played a Waits song. We were talking about doing this around his birthday, but it's going to be this week instead. Y'all ready?
Yeah, man.
All right, here we go. Well, the moon is broken, the sky is cracked. Come on up to the house. The only things that you can see is that you lack. Come on up to the house. All your crying don't do you no good. Come on up to the house. Come down off your cross, we could use the wood. Come on up to the house. Come on up to the house. Come on up to the house. The world's not my home, I'm just a passing through. Come on up to the house. There's no light in the tunnel, no irons in the fire. Come on up to the house. And you're singing the soprano in a drunk man's choir. You gotta come on up to the house.
Does life seem nasty, brutish and sure? Come on up to the house. The seas are stormy and you can't find no port. Gotta come on up to the house.
Well, there's nothing in the world that you can do. You gotta come on up to the house. And you've been whipped by the forces that are inside of you. You gotta come on up to the house. Well, you're high on the top of your mountain of woe, you got to come on up to the house. Well, you know you should surrender, but you can't let it go. You got to come on up to the house. Yeah. You got to come on up to the house. You gotta come on up to the house. The world is not my home, I'm just a passing through. You gotta come on up to the house. You gotta come on up to the house. You gotta come on up to the house. Oh yeah. Come on up to the house, everybody. Thank you all for coming up to our house every week and hanging out here with us. We love you, and we can't thank you enough for your support, and we love being with you, and I love being with everybody here. So thanks for making this space for us. Thanks for tuning in.
Everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Love y'all.
Thanks for coming out. We're the band of Heathens. What a place. This is our first time here. This is a classy joint, y'all. Thanks for joining us. I'm not running to get nowhere, kicking back just as much as I can, coming in on a wing and a prayer. I'm your last midnight. I like to wait for time to move slowly. Rolling easy, that's my game. It may take some time to get there. I've been bossing around and playing. Don't expect to sense me in. I walk out, I get a look down. Right in the empty street. Now you know where I can be found. I'm not running to get nowhere. Get back just as much as I can. Coming in on their way and the best. I'm your last in the night. I'm your last in the night.